Hey everybody, it's Carl Experience again. This is the mini video number 2, or for microneology 10.2, because the last video was 10.1. Another friend of mine who has their own YouTube channel started posting stuff about people hanging crap on them, asking them why they're not having kids and all this kind of stuff. It's more than one person, a young person I've heard complain about this. And that's why this mini episode is called Having Children Young, or Kidless Young Adults. I.e., the point of this whole thing is about young adults without children and what that entails. Now, first of all, my question is, and this is a relevant question, why are young adults, or kids and young adults between the ages of 16 and 23, why are they pressured into having children? Why do they need to have children pretty much while they're just getting out of high school or before they've gone through college? And plenty of people I know have had kids out of, several of them dropped out of school, which is their own fault, not mine. I'm not blaming myself or the educational system. I graduated, so I stand by that. But the huge issue is there's a theme in society which seems to say that you need to have children right the hell out of school. Or there's this conservative idealism, which is, well, now that you're out of school, you can go ahead and have kids. Why? Why do we need to have kids straight out of high school? I don't get it. And you can say, I know plenty of people say, well, it's because you need to settle down. If at 21 you just became a full-fledged adult, you can do everything and anything you want, as long as you're not a felon, mind you. But yeah. There's this, and this was prevalent when I became a young adult myself, as all my friends and crap started asking me, well, where are your kids? What do you mean, where are my kids? Well, where are your kids? I've already got 2 or 3 kids and I'm barely 20. Well, maybe I'd like to express my adulthood a little bit. Maybe I'd like to live out my young adulthood a little bit before I start committing to family and everything like that. Having children that young in particular doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. That's just me. But, I don't feel that society should pressure kids or young adults into having babies, because I know several people who are like, well, my mom just pushed me out when I was 16. I got with a guy, next thing you know, I'm pregnant, and I didn't want kids that young, but what are you going to do? For a place to stay, you got to sleep with this guy, you got to make out with it. No. You made a choice. You made a bad choice if you regret it later on, but still, you made a choice. My issue with that choice is the fact that it seems like you're pressured into being an adult instead of actually nuancing your experiences. I didn't start till I was 23. And, mind you, I'd already gotten stoned, high, drunk. I'd done a butt ton of stuff. And I'm not advocating for anybody to do those things, but that's how I got the life experience that I do. Now, one of the things that strikes me as funny is when you got these parents with 5 or 6 kids who go to a theme park, and then they see all these young adults who are buying hundreds, if not thousands of dollars worth of merchandise. And then when the kid gets there, they don't have a particular thing because all the single adult couples or whatever bought everything. Well, that's their right. They can go to that theme park and buy this stuff because that's how companies and theme parks make their business. Merchandising. That's how it's done. And if they're a family-themed park, they should have enough for everybody. What's really funny is I saw a post a few months ago about somebody complaining about a pair of parents who are in line with several young children We're talking ages 10 and down, and like 6 kids apiece, where these kids are crying and moaning and everything like that, and this person is with their boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever, and they're complaining that they had to listen to these kids whining, moaning, crying, complaining. Okay, don't complain. Like, if you go to Disney World, it's built for a family experience. It's a family theme park. That's what it's there for, to entertain the kids. It's not our fault 10 billion families go there and clutter up the lines because, God forbid, you not have 8 kids and then go to Disney World or Disneyland. But the single people or the people who don't have any children complaining about those families, you come to a family theme park and then you complain about the families. The families are the reason they exist. But I'm going to stand firm and say that those of you who feel like you're pressured into having kids because you're still young, wait. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it until you get your mid-20s. 23 is usually the age I say you need to start having kids at. But, yeah, that's just food for thought. Remember, this is a mini episode. I will have to wait until later today to post a full episode. I'm going to try to do 3 of these before I have to go do anything else. So you guys have a great day, and this should... I'm trying to figure out what my next mini episode is about, so peace out.